Dude, what happened to our flag, man? It was right there when I left. I mean, come on, I go to get Taco Bell for 5 minutes. I'm gone for 5 minutes. And you let the red team get our flag. You're so irresponsible. Hey, look out. That's what you get for not bringing me anything back from Taco Bell. What's up, fellow collectors? Today I'm talking about the long-awaited and anticipated for me, because I know that a lot of you already have this, and this has already come out in the past, but now this is the future, and I got it, so it's cool now. The Deluxe Warthog vehicle with the anti-aircraft gun thing. Very cool looking in the box. I do like the box and how it's packaged. I just wish maybe that there was a little film here to cover it up so you can't just, come up and touch it. Because now, if you're going to display this, in the box, some people are in-box collectors. If you're going to display it like this, it's going to get dusty. You're going to have to clean it off here and there. So that's not very cool, but whatever. Doesn't matter to me because I'm going to open it. So let's look at what it says on the side here. Get a cool in-game picture of what the Warthog looks like, and that's very nice. Brings me back to my Halo 1 days where we were just driving around Warthogs running people over. It was cool. And on the back it tells you all the cool stuff that you can do with it. It says the tires spin, the gun turret snaps into place. There's all kinds of arrows that say what you can twist that and do this with. And you also got a bunch of the Series 1 figures. You got some 2-packs, you got some exclusives, Spartans, Noble Team, Grunt, Elite Miner, and a Ghost, which I will also be doing a review on, so watch out for that. And it says, don't miss. I like how they have this little advertisement up here. Don't miss the rest of our Halo Reach action figures and vehicles. Of course I wouldn't miss it, McFarlane. You keep making cool stuff and I will keep giving you my money, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open this bad boy up and see what this awesome vehicle is all about. So here's a good example of why I really hate twist ties. Look at that. The tie is like tied in this knot. The tie's tied in a knot. Twist tie. It's not cool, man. I can't undo it with my hands. I gotta go get a pair of wire cutters to open this thing up to cut the twist tie off. Alright, I got this thing open up. I gotta say, wow, this thing is freaking huge, man. In comparison to a Spartan figure. Let me get one of those real quick. I mean, look at that. Just the size comparison is freaking awesome. It really does fit into scale with the Spartans and the figures. I really, really enjoy that. A lot of times some of the figures will actually be out of scale with the vehicles. The vehicles they'll look a little bit too small for the figures, but this looks like really, really good in comparison to the figures. The detail on this thing is freaking awesome. Tons of indentations and grooves and plates and letters and stickers everywhere. You got this UNSC logo right here. You got a nice little stripes right there, whatever those are. You got step right there, so watch your step, don't trip. Got step right here. On the back you can see the brake lights here, that's really nice. It's got a little step bar up here so you can step up and get onto the turret. The tires look really cool. You can see all the tread in the tires, I think that's really nice. And they do have a little bit of a suspension thing when they lift, so you're driving over some rough terrain. You're not going to tear up your suspension. I really like the windshield. It's really nice. Nice clear windshield, looks good. It's probably going to get messed up when you drive it around and get some bugs on the windshield. You got some headlights up top here. A couple mounts so you can mount like a chain and pull some stuff out with. You got a winch up here. It's even got a little hook right there. Fortunately it doesn't move or anything, but it does look really cool. I really like the inside here. You got some health packs. That's really nice. You got some little controllers there. A shifter, which has no articulation on it. You can actually move that back and forth, but it does look really cool. I like the seats. Those are nice. Everything's just kind of painted silver and black on the inside, but it still looks nice. And the steering wheel actually does turn a little bit. So that's pretty cool. And then in the back you have an antenna right here. And then you got the anti-aircraft thing, which actually you can remove it, which is really cool. So if you want to build like a like a base or a display or something, you could take some of these out and kind of have them as just a stationary gun type deal, and that looked really cool. The only thing I didn't like about this was the chain thing here. Broke from where it's actually supposed to be glued on and attached on right there. So I'm just going to have to take some super glue and then reattach that. So it's kind of unfortunate, but the molding on the gun looks really nice. You got a triple barrel thing going on up here. It doesn't spin or rotate or anything, but it is very articulated from the base. You got a point here to pivot and then a point up here to pivot up and down. So you can kind of move it around a little bit. And then once you lock it inside the actual Warthog, see, it just sits right in there, bam, and it's not going to fall out or anything. It's actually pretty snug in there. And then you can rotate it 360. And you get some really cool action shots with him, just with a Spartan or a character just kind of going around, mowing down some coveys, you know. Now I know a lot of you are wondering how the figures work with the vehicle, and I gotta say, they work really well with the vehicle. I can get the Spartan to fit into the driver's seat very nicely, and you can actually grip onto the steering wheel, which is cool because it makes it a lot more realistic looking. In the turret section here, you lift the camera up. Turret section's really nice. You can actually get the Spartan to hold it, and he can sit into place there. He actually holds on to the turret pretty well, but you do gotta kind of have to mess with the Spartan a lot to get him to actually grip both of the handles of the turret, because it is a little bit difficult to get him to grip both hands. You know, he kind of wants to let go. Like, he's already kind of letting go of the one right there because these little bars here that hook up to his chest from the gun, they're a little bit too long. They need to be a little bit shorter so he can actually grip onto the gun better. So that's a little unfortunate, but it still looks really cool holding on to it. In the passenger seat, you can get a Spartan to fit in there really nicely. I got him holding on to the blue flag, you know, just caught the blue team's flag like a boss. Can drive away, get that score action on. You know, they fit in there really nicely. They're not going to fall out. They're not going to kind of fall all over the place. You know, this is a really awesome display piece, but it's also very good for kids that want to, you know, have something to play with. This thing actually feels really sturdy, so I mean, if kids are going to take this outside and kind of be a little rough with it here and there, I think it'll actually hold up to that standard of play. You know, these things are made for kids 8 and up, so they shouldn't be able to break it so easily. But overall, this thing looks really freaking awesome, man. And I am really excited that now this is part of my collection. Now, for those of you wondering if the UNSC characters can actually do stuff with the Warthog, it's kind of limited because of the limited articulation that the figures have, like the Marines, the ODSTs, the Troopers, stuff like that. They came out in the Halo Reach line. Unfortunately, because they don't have the swivel bicep, they can't really hold on to the steering wheel with both hands. He's got to kind of, you know, have this gangster lean on him in order to hold the steering wheel, so that doesn't look very accurate, very game accurate with his head sticking out. He's going to get capped in the face. The ODST, you know, he fits in there, but since he can't hold a gun with 2 hands, he's got to kind of, you know, one hand his DMR, which, you know, in the game you really can't one hand a DMR unless you're like super crazy strong like George or something, like a Spartan. And the UNSC trooper up here can't hold on to both of the triggers for the gun, so he's got to kind of one hand that too. I mean, you could probably still get this into a cool display look to it, but unfortunately, you know, the UNSC troopers don't really work out with this, and this thing is pretty much built to be used by the Spartan figures, so definitely pick this up for your Spartan characters. It's a very, very cool vehicle, and plus it's a Warthog, so it's like more of the iconic vehicles in the Halo franchise. You know, when I think of Halo, I think of the Warthog, I think of Master Chief, I think of other vehicles like the Scorpion and the Ghost, because those were in like Combat Evolved, like a Banshee, or the Pelican too. So really, this is kind of like an iconic vehicle to the Halo franchise, and it looks really good. And if you pick up Master Chief, you can fit Master Chief in there. You can get a couple Marines, like the older Halo 3 style Marines and ODSTs will actually work with this really well. The older Halo 3 figures will work with this very well, and the newer Halo 4 figures will also work with this very well. So I mean, you have a lot of options to add this in with all of your different types of figures that you collect, whatever you collect. If you collect Reach, if you collect Halo 3, if you collect any of the series, you can use this with all of the figures, so that's really cool. Overall, this is a really cool vehicle. Pick it up if you're a hardcore Halo fan like I am. I definitely had to have a Warthog. I'm probably actually going to pick up even another Warthog so I can get all the different turret attachments on each Warthog for my display and for a diorama that I'm building. So stay tuned to my channel, subscribe, comment, rate, share, do all that awesome stuff you guys do. Definitely make sure you subscribe to this channel because I come out with new videos every week, 2 to 3 videos with a bunch of epic stop motions in my reviews and some funny stuff here and there, and I do stop motions of other things. So check out my channel, check out all my other videos, and I will see you guys all in the next review, and thank you all for watching.